Okay, these are our vocabulary words that go with our story, working with others this week. Blamed. Say the word blamed. Blamed means when you tell someone that someone else did it. So, for instance, when you are blamed, someone thinks you did something wrong. They blamed each other for breaking the flower pot. Argue. Say the word. Argue. When you argue, you speak in an angry way that shows you do not agree. Okay? Haley and Maria begin to argue and pull at the doll. Respectful. Say the word. Respectful words are words that are polite and kind. It's always good to act in a respectful way. See, they're shaking hands. They're being respectful. Acting kind is when you're respectful, you're being kind. Practice. Say the word. Practice is when you do something over and over to get better at it. She had piano practice at school. So if she practiced over and over, she'll get good at it. Booming. Say the word. Something that is booming is loud like thunder. The fireworks make a booming sound. Skill. Say the word. If you have great skill at something, you do that thing really well. The baker decorated the cake with skill. Threatening. Say the word. People who are threatening to do something are warning they will do it. Mother began threatening to take the toys away. Persuade. Say the word. Persuade. When you persuade, you try to get others to feel or think as you do. She tried to persuade the baby to eat. Does the baby want to eat? No, the mom is trying to talk or persuade them into eating it. Okay. So today, when we're reading our story, we are going to be talking about predictions. Can you say predictions? So before you read, you make a prediction about what the text will be about. And then we find the evidence to help us make a prediction. Use what you know about. Use our schema. And use the things in the books like text features, the genre. This is going to be a nonfiction book today. And the structure of the text, how the author laid it out. I think blank will happen because blank. As we read, we stop to think about our prediction and we say, was it correct? And if it was, we said, yay, you confirmed your prediction. But if your prediction wasn't correct, you need to adjust or change your prediction to make a new one and then keep reading. So we're going to talk about that as we read the story. Working with others. All right. So I want you to take just a moment and I want you to go through the story and I want you to predict what this story is going to be about. I want you to say, I think blank because. What do you think this story is about? All right, what is your prediction, Lily? Say, I think. Because. You saw what? You saw some what? Okay. She said, I think it's about being kind because she saw someone sad in a picture. Okay, what do you think, Emma? Say, I think it's about helping others. Because? What made you think that? Go ahead. There's people in the book that help others. Okay, she thinks this book is about helping others because she saw people in the book helping others. What do you think, Isaiah? I think they work with people. You think what? Okay, so he thinks it's about playing with each other because he saw some kids playing soccer in a field. So this is an informational text, which means it's nonfiction. What's one clue this is nonfiction? nonfiction right here on this page. What do we say nonfiction books have that we see on this page, Grant? That's fiction. It's not real people. This is nonfiction. What do you see here, Xavier? Okay, his prediction is, I think that people they're talking about what they want to be when they grow up. Good, like maybe photographer. But also, nonfiction books often have real photos. Does this look like a real photo? Yes. So that's my first clue that this is a nonfiction book. It has headings that stand out. It has photos. And we're going to talk about this later this week. It has a main idea and details. So we predicted what's going to happen here. So let's read and see what we think. You work and play with other people every day. Most of the time you get along well. But sometimes people do or say things you don't like. Maybe someone takes one of your toys, or you are blamed for something you didn't do. Maybe someone calls you a mean name, or you feel left out. Maybe you argue with a friend. These things can make you angry. It's okay to feel angry sometimes, and it is okay to have conflicts with people. Conflict is when you argue or don't get along with them. So before I began to read, the title, remember, Working with Others, helped me predict that I would learn how to work with people. On this page, the text says that it's okay to have conflicts. That makes me think I'm going to learn how to fix conflicts. What do you think? Maybe we're going to learn how to fix conflicts, or maybe like Lily said, how to be kind. Maybe that's what we're going to learn about. What do people do when conflicts make them angry? Some people yell and scream when they feel angry. Some people even hit other people. Yelling, screaming, and hitting do not solve conflicts. Now maybe I'm thinking my prediction might be right. It's about solving conflicts. They hurt people and make people problems worse. Some people walk away from conflicts. They want to be alone when they feel angry. They need time to calm down. So remember, we learned from Kelso, didn't we? Kelso said sometimes when you're angry, you need to walk away and cool off, right? But let's listen what they say next. Walking away is okay at first, but it won't solve anything. People need to work things out with each other. People should talk about their feelings. Talking can solve conflicts. Talking can make everyone feel better. So, you may walk away and cool off first. We had a problem on the playground the other day, and they got into a fight, and I said, walk away at first when you're angry, and then when you are cool off, you walk back and you can talk about it, right? Because it's better when you're cool off, because then you're not so angry, and then you might hit someone or say a mean thing when you're angry. So you need to cool off first. So that's what they're saying. They're saying not walk away and don't ever think about it again. You still need to tell them how you feel. But it's better to do it when you cool off. We can solve conflicts without arguing. Take turns talking to let everyone share his or her opinion. Sometimes you will not agree with the person's opinion. Is that okay if you don't agree with them? Yes, everyone has a different opinion. Opinion means what they think. So they're not wrong if they think differently than you. That's okay. Listen to what the other person is saying and ask questions. Now, do you see all the photographs? This is a nonfiction story. Nonfiction stories have real photographs. So what do you think is the reason for this photograph? What do you think is the reason for this photograph right here? What is the author trying to show us in this story? What's your prediction? What are they trying to show us? Grant? Okay, you think that they're showing us that we need to be kind here? What do you think, Emma? They're talking it out. Yes, they're working together to talk it out. That's right. Shows a group of children working things out by talking to each other. And that's what we're reading about in this paragraph too, right? It's about how you need to talk it out. Very good. All right, let's go to the next page. Use respectful words. Remember, respectful means kind. So now they're talking about being kind, like Lily thought. Don't call each other names. Apologize when you are wrong. Make sure everyone has a chance to speak. Then you can solve conflicts together. Think of ideas to solve the conflicts. Decide which ideas will work better. So the information on this page confirms my earlier prediction. The author does give us details about ways to solve a conflict, doesn't he? He says talking helps solve conflicts and gives everyone a chance to express their ideas and come up with a solution. He said work together to figure out how to solve the problem. If you are stuck, because sometimes we can't solve the problems together. So if you are stuck, ask an adult to help you solve the conflicts. Ask someone to help who will listen and not take sides. You might have to compromise. That's a big word, compromise. Compromise means both sides must give up something to solve conflicts. You might have to give something up to solve it. Let's go to the next page. Solving conflicts peacefully takes practice. Work together. Solve conflicts as a team. Talk them out, and everyone will be happy. All right, I want you to look at this page. I want you to point to the heading on this page, because remember, one thing that the authors use in nonfiction is headings. So on this big orange and yellow page, point to the heading. On this orange and yellow page, point to the heading. Point to it on your page. Headings are always at the top of the page. Look here. Right here. Everyone, point to this part right here. This is called the heading. Tells me what this page is about. The heading says dealing with anger. So I can predict that this page is going to tell me how to deal with anger, what I can do when I get angry. What do you do when you feel angry? You might feel too angry to talk about how you feel. Here are some ways for you to calm down and get the anger out. Because sometimes we can't say anything without saying something mean. So this is a way to calm down without talking right away. So one, right here. See, these are called bullets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things you can do to cool off instead of talk. 1, take deep breaths and count slowly. I've done this with some of you before when you got angry. You're so angry you couldn't tell me what it was that was bothering you. So I said, take some breaths and calm down. Write down what happened and how you feel about it. How many of you have journals at home? Then you might write in it if you feel angry. Okay, draw a picture. Listen to calm music. Read a book. Take a walk or do some other kind of exercise. Pound on a pillow. Can you hurt a pillow? Can you hurt yourself pounding on a pillow?
Yes.
No, you can't. No. Well, yeah, if there was a break in the pillow, but not on a regular pillow. Or stomp your feet, just like this. Don't stomp on your feet, but just stomp your feet. Yes. You're not hurting anyone if you stomp your feet. Okay. Waterfall, waterfall. Waterfall, waterfall. I said do not stomp on your feet. Just stomp your feet. Now let's go on. Oh, point to the heading on this page. Talking things out. What do you predict this page will be about? Thanks to the heading. There's a heading. What is this going to be about, Corbin? Talking things out. Yep, that's it. That's what it says. Talking things out. It's going to be how to talk to people. There's some bullets on different things to do. Tell me how many things they're going to give me to do. How many things are there for me to do here? Lily? 7. That's right. There's 7 bullets. Okay, let's read the first bullet. Tell the other person how you feel and why you feel that way. Be honest and ask that person how or he or she feels. So not only tell them how you feel, but also let them tell you how they feel. Remember that your body also tells a person how you feel. Show that you care about what he or she is saying. Don't cross your arms or make faces. So if I'm doing this, how do you feel? You think I'm mad at you?
No.
Yes. But if I keep calm and I'm like, don't cross my arms, and I say, how do you feel? That would be a nicer way to do it, right?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Look at the person you are speaking to. Do the same thing when the other person is speaking to you. Remember, listening bodies, the eyes are looking at the person talking.